All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you being here. I've got another knife review for you guys, a knives review. These are all going to be from Temu today. This is my number 4 video. Um, I'm just going to number them, even though some of them are from AliExpress, some are going to be from Temu. I'm just going to keep numbering them, getting larger and larger. So this is going to be my 4th video, but these are all these are from Temu. Excuse me. In my first video, I talk a little bit about what I'm doing here, my purpose with these reviews. I get into a little bit of detail about my thoughts on counterfeit and clones and all those types of things. So I'm not really going to get too deep into that right now. All I'm going to say is that my intention was not to find $200 knives for $10, $15. My intention was not trying to find the real deal for super cheap that you're going to put in your collection. I simply wanted to find out, if a lot of us don't have the kind of money. If you wanted to find a really good quality knife or a knife that you like that you can use, are any of these knives any good? I've seen other reviews. I've seen a lot of reviews where honestly, it seemed like they bought like the cheapest knives they could find just for that purpose. But I don't know. I tried to find knives. Some of them were just cheap, but a lot of what I bought were knives that I thought looked really good, that I thought, they had potential. Excuse me I got really bad allergies, but yeah, you get the real me. I'm sitting here snorting. So that's what I'm doing. I'm reviewing these knives, trying to find out, are any of these knives any good? Are they worth buying? Again, not for a collection. If you're a collector or you're looking for that, you want that one really high quality knife you're going to have for life, or maybe, just you're not going to use a whole lot, but you want to show people, whatever the case may be, get the real thing, buy it directly from the manufacturer. I don't even know if you're getting the real thing if you buy it from Amazon, to be honest with you. Go straight to the manufacturer's website. So with that said, let's take a look at what we've got here with these knives so far. So, okay, the first one we've got here. Oh, hopefully my personal information is not on that box anywhere. I think I just flashed it. Oh well. This one's a good thing because this is a known name brand. So we're not dealing with any, nobody's claiming this is a real knife. Excuse me, knife brand or whatever. I can tell you right off the bat, this is about the cheapest sheath I've ever seen. I don't even know what this material is. Yeah. This would sit in my garage in the heat of the summer, one summer, and probably disintegrate. That's about as cheap as you can get. Okay, this knife. What do I say about this? The manufacturing on it is mediocre. It's not. I mean, it's cheap for sure. It's got what seem like wood handles. Is that plastic or is that wood? I think it's real wood, but it's really cheap softwood. Yeah, the manufacturing of this is really bad. Now, so again, this is a no-name knife. It says Legend on it. No, it says Legeng, Legeng. Okay, interesting. It says D2 on it. I don't believe that. They're trying to say this is a D2 steel, and no way. And it's got somebody's name on it. C. Juliet Herberts. Huh, I don't even know what to think about this. This is weird. I paid $7.16 for this. Now, all these knives are going to have shipping on top of that. Shipping is almost always going to be $2.99. Okay. It's comfortable in the hand. It's got a good choya for your first finger right here. It's got some aggressive jimping right here. It's got a really thick blade. So the question is, you know, can you even use this as a garage knife? Let's check the blade. Let's see if there's any sharpness to it whatsoever. I'm actually surprised by that. Let's see. I was going to do on some paracord here. Okay. The blade is actually sharper than I thought. The blade is actually going to be sharper than I thought. Would I buy this for $7.16 with tax and shipping? You know, you're talking $10. $10 knife. Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Oh yeah, so I'm going to put links to these knives in the description box. So you can click on those. It'll take you straight to the page to buy them if you want. I'll even go ahead and put it in for this one. Yeah, look at that. It's really bad. You know, they are affiliate links. I like to be upfront. You know, I'm not going to get rich off this. I'm not going to make a bunch of money. But, you know, if I make just a few bucks to buy, you know, 4 or 5 more knives for a review, cool. I would not recommend this knife. I mean, you know, because I do look, sometimes I look at these, I'm like, okay, well, is this a garage knife? Is this a camping knife? Can you know, is this something you can take out and use and just destroy, and then, you know, not worry about it? But I wouldn't even recommend it for that. That's a not like it. That's a no like it on that one. All right, so the next one, let's see. Okay, all right. This one also is not a brand knife, but this one is different. This one says SM Outdoors, something outdoors. This one said that it had a D2 blade and G10 handles. I can tell you right off the bat, the construction of this one is actually really good. This is a bigger knife. Okay. All right. We do not have a clip. I mean, obviously the first one was just a fixed blade knife, but this one is a folding knife, but it does not have a clip. It's got a spot for a lanyard. So if you wanted to carry it in pocket, you could do that. Put your lanyard through there and have it hanging out of your pocket. But it's a little bit, I mean, it's pretty big. I don't know that I'd carry this in my pocket. But the construction on this is really good. It does not feel like a cheap plastic. Ooh, that thing pops right open. It has a liner lock to it. I could hear it engage, locked up real nice. There are no thumb studs or anything like that, so it's just the back. Is that assisted? I don't think it's assisted, but it's still it. You know, it's interesting because it's not assisted, but it's so smooth it opens right up and engages. I'm really liking this knife, guys. Blade's a little dirty, but other than that, it says D2. Boy, the steel on this looks really good. This actually might be D2. Grind on it looks really good. It's a reasonably thick blade. It doesn't wobble at all. Let's see if the blade's lined up. Perfect. It is comfortable, extremely comfortable. Plus the fact that it does not have a pocket clip makes it even more comfortable. But it's got a big kind of rounded area for your first, I don't know if you call that a choil, but boy, it just fits the hand really nice. There's no jimping up top. I wish there was something up there, but you kind of don't really need it either. This is cool. What kind of blade is it? A drop? Not really it's not a Wharncliffe. Excuse me, it's like a modified drop point. Which you do see, there's so many different blades types, and I think that a lot of these guys, they just modify them a little bit to try to give it something unique. But like I said, the manufacturing on this is tight. It's really good, skeletalized. It's comfortable. It's like a G10 handle. This doesn't feel cheap at all. Yeah, I don't know what my deal is, but I'm really liking this. Let's see. You know what? Did I already check this blade? I don't know. Okay. Sharp. Sharp, 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 sharp. Let's do a nice sharp blade. Good blade. So there's a couple things I really love about this blade. One, you know, it feels like a higher end pocket knife, but I love the fact that we're not dealing with any issues of, okay, it's saying that it's a Benchmade, or it doesn't have any branding on it. It's just a knife that they made. Well, it is dirty, I'll tell you that much. It needs to be cleaned, but that's no big deal. Higher end knife, they would not ship out like that. It's really dirty in there, but I can clean this, no problem. I like the blade. The handles are nice, super comfortable. I like this knife, man. Now, I paid a little bit more for this, which would make sense, okay? This knife, I paid $15.92. So when you add in, if there's any tax, you add in your shipping, this was 20 bucks. Would I pay $20 for this knife? All day long. I would recommend this knife. I've gotten knives in subscription boxes, because that's my main thing, is I do subscription box reviews. I've just been getting into the knives lately, and I'll tell you what, I've received quite a few knives in subscription boxes. There were named knives that were not as nice as this knife. I'm probably spending too much time on it. I'd recommend this to anybody. This is a good knife. I like it. That's really cool. Huh. I'm surprised at how much I like that thing. All right. Dig it. All right. So what do we have next? We've got another fixed blade knife. Now, I'll say this. I'm not a huge fixed blade knife guy, but I'm buying them just to review for you guys. I like my personal things. I like the pocket knives, but fixed blades can be really nice in a lot of ways too, especially when you're outdoors, camping, hiking, fishing, hunting, whatever the case may be. I do like fixed blades. You know, they're on your belt loop. This has got a good plastic sheath, polycarbonate, or whatever you want to call it. The manufacturing of it looks really good. There's nothing wrong with that sheath at all. This didn't have a lot of information about it. It's another no-name knife. We've got 4 blades for you today, and it looks like 3 of them are no names, which I like. So the only thing this said was it was a 9-inch full tang knife. I paid $9.85 for this, plus the shipping. Okay, pops right out. Holds in that sheath really well, not going anywhere. Smooth. Okay, it's got, you know, your spot here for your pinky. I know some guys would spin this around like crazy. I will wind up in the ER if I try doing that. I'm just telling you right now, I don't play around with knives like that. I mean, some people can do it and they're good at it. I'll slice my wrist open. Yeah, so there's nothing exciting about the scales on this, or the handle, the scales, whatever you want to call it. These are plastic, but you know, they still feel pretty good. There's some texturing to them. Reasonably comfortable knife, not the most comfortable I've ever had, but not bad. It's got, definitely a choil for the first, and I mean, it's got finger spots all the way down for, your fingers. No jimping on top. It'd be nice if it had some jimping. It says right on here, stainless steel made in China. So they're, that's something that's nice. They're not trying to tell you that this is a high grade steel. You know, both of these knives right here are going to have incredibly cheap steel. They're not going to last. You know, so the thing is this right here was 716. This right here is 985. So for $3 more, $2 more, two and a half, whatever, you can move up to this. I'd recommend that all day long. This is not a bad knife. I don't know what the holes are for. Yeah, they could have actually turned those into like hex type things and made it like multi-tool, but I don't know. Let's see how sharp the blade is. I'm guessing about average. We'll see. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So the blade doesn't want to catch the paper. Who knows? That could be just me. Probably need to use a cleaner piece of paper too. Let's do a pull through on the. Ew. Would not even cut that at all. So we've got a super dull blade. Super dull blade. For me, that's not the end of the world because I can sharpen it. But you know, you don't want a blade that's that dull coming straight from the manufacturer. Yeah, would I buy this for $9.85? I'm lukewarm. I have noticed a lot of the fixed blade, the larger fixed blade knives, a lot of them do not come very sharp. I don't know why. So I don't know if that's a thing or not. You know, I don't know if I'd recommend this one or not. I'm kind of lukewarm. You know, if you're looking at it and you're thinking, I love that style, I love the handle, and it worked for you, great. But I'm lukewarm on this one. This is going to be a medium for me. I don't know, just not sure. Let's go to a new piece of paper here. So now we're on our fourth knife. So far we're doing, you know, kind of so-so, I guess. This next one now, this one was interesting because in the ad, what I saw, it did not say Benchmade anywhere. It had a, you know, kind of had a box, and basically it looked like that. And it basically said something like fruit knife or something, you know, weird like that. And some of these ads will do that. So I did not even know until this thing showed up in a Benchmade box that this is, you know, probably counterfeit. Excuse me. So it, yeah, and you know, usually with these things, they'll come with a little cloth piece to them as well. This one didn't, although that's a cool knife. So let's see what we got. So, you know, again, I was not ordering this because like, oh, Benchmade knife, I got to have that. It just showed up like this. I can tell you right off the bat, the manufacturing is actually really good. There's nothing wrong with this at all. You know, and there was no real information for this knife. Now, I paid $13.79 for this. And when I clicked on the link to try to get information, you know, on this, it was no longer available. So what I did was I just kind of pulled up the description and I did a search, and there was tons and tons of these knives for sale. So I just grabbed another link. Again, there's going to be links to all of these knives in there. This is an interesting knife. There's nothing wrong with that construction. Is the blade centered? The blade is centered. Pocket clip is not, and it's pretty close to deep carry. It's good pocket clip, not too hard, not too soft. That'll work. It's got thumb studs and it is an access lock. Let's try the thumb studs. Very nice, very smooth. Access lock, grabbed it, locked very tight. No play in the blade. God, there's nothing wrong with this. See, and this is what I'm talking about right here, you know, and I'll do more on this knife, but you know, when I'm seeing some of the reviews from some of the other websites and they're talking about how bad some of these knives are, I don't know. I didn't see these knives. You know, I saw a lot of knives like this. You know, like they're buying, and I'm not digging on other people's channels. I mean, I started doing this because I love other people's channels. I love watching what people are doing. But, you know, they're reviewing a lot of these really cheap knives. But it seems like you can get some high quality knives. Let's try just the axis lock. Opens right up. Gosh, the blade looks really good. It's a stone washed. It says Benchmade on it. Really nice blade. mfordbenchmade.com. Huh. It's a little knife. I like this knife. This is a nice little knife. I like the lanyard it comes with. It's real comfortable. It's got some jimping up top, so you can really kind of get down there on it because it is a smaller blade. And even though it's small in the hand, it does kind of have a spot where it kind of peels back that your pinky can kind of wrap up on that. This is pretty good. Huh. All right, I have a feeling this one's going to be reasonably sharp. Oh, wow. Love it. Love it. Man, $13.79 for this. Pretty much butter. You know, I didn't even slide that. That was a straight pull through. Gosh. Excuse me. This one's kind of got me surprised. Have I gone through everything on it? Skeletalized. Clip, yeah. Lanyard, quality, manufacturing, centered. I said that probably 3 times. I'm just blown away. You know, if this is a full-blown imitation, man, they're doing it right on. You know, so am I recommending counterfeit knives? I know it seems like it, but I'm not. It's like oh yeah, the pocket clip is reversible. Gosh, another benefit to this knife. You know, if you're looking for a quality knife and you want to make sure you get the real thing, or you're a collector, go straight to the manufacturer. Don't buy these. But you know, if you're somebody who just can't afford a super high-end knife, but you want a quality knife, like I said, this didn't even say Benchmade on it when I ordered it. Super comfortable in the hand. Man, I like this knife a lot. I will carry this knife. This one's going to get carried quite a bit. Man. Super smooth. All right, so what do we have? Okay, this one was junk. I don't recommend it. This one, not my favorite. I think you can do better. Even if you're looking for kind of a throwaway knife, garage knife, camping knife, I think you can do better than this. Still got a decent sheath to it, though. I absolutely loved this knife. This knife is awesome. I especially like it because it's a little different. You know, maybe not. You know, it's not necessarily a pocket knife as much as you're going to use this in camping gear or bug out or car, whatever. I love that knife. And this is a great little pocket knife. It's the right size. It's right. Yeah, this is a nice knife, man. Sorry, I probably spent too much time on it. I'd buy this. Okay, so yeah, would not buy it. I wouldn't buy it. All day long, 100% yes on this. 100% yes. I'd highly recommend this. Yeah, so that's what we've got. That's what we've got. These were all from Temu. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video. I'd really appreciate it. I am trying to build up a following, and going to do a big giveaway. I'll have multiple items and a backpack when I hit 100 subscribers. So I think we got about 63 right now. We're kind of heading that way, and hopefully we'll get there. But Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And you guys have a great day. All right, thanks. Bye.